Anime does a nice job here of starting off the coming violence by smashing a zombie towards the camera and then doing a nice clean cutaway to the next shot. Okay, so bear with me here. I know you're all used to me removing sins for a nice ass at anime sins, but now this is anime wins and I'm actually going to add a win for what might seem like an odd reason. But in some anime they really don't know how to properly draw an ass, which is something that HighSchool of the Dead mastered by all accounts. So yeah, ass. Obviously this zombie heard my previous nice ass statement and wanted to check that shit out for himself. It's just a shame they turned the staircase into something so wide you can lay flat and not touch either end. But still, this is anime wins and I can see the intent was there to create something as creepy as possible. I really have to say, hats off to them at this time for the visuals being solid. I know there's some early and likely cheap CGI work just before now, but this was a pretty cool moment by all accounts. Adding a win here for this OP. I don't think the singer's voice is the best, but the song in general is cool and the visuals are really stunning.
バカが嫌いだから。それも自分がバカであることを認められないバカが。あんたは少なくとも自分がバカだと知っているバカだから。バカだと教えてやったら少しはバカじゃなくなるかもしれないからよ、バカ。
This girl has a super cute voice. When I first watched it, I actually saw the dub, and as a result, I ended up disliking her character due to the whiny, annoying voice they gave her. But here, she's pretty cool. Now, this is a cool use of CGI, and it looked pretty awesome.
逃げるよ。
This is a very nice way to add some tension, and it helps that they have good voice actors to portray that feeling of fear. Whilst only armed with a bunch of still shots, visual effects and voice actor screams, they are used nicely to create a real sense of chaos without having to spend the time animating the violence to ultimately give across the same feeling and effect anyway. I like these two main shots here from the rooftop. I'd have preferred some crashed cars in the middle to justify all the blood and smoke plumes, but in general of setting the world scene, it does a great job. Enter my favourite sword-wielding, zombie-killing, ass-kicking woman in all of anime. Seriously though, she's awesome and she's my waifu.
原因はあるはずだ。原因が分かれば解決方法を探れる。
Now this is a good use of zombie CGI, unlike at the start of the anime where using it up close can be a little on the obvious side.
ダメ！そんなことしちゃダメ！ならないわ。久しは奴らになんかならない！久しは特別なのよ！やめて！
本当のことなんだ！
From both him and her, that was pretty awesome voice acting, I've got to say. This ED is original for the visuals, and I actually quite like the song, and the singing on this one is really nice as well. Here we finish the first episode with some fantastic voice acting on her part as she cries telling him not to leave her alone, and then this awesome zoomed out shot looked great.
重さは4キロくらいか。旧式のアサルトライフル並みだな。このままじゃ姿勢が安定しない。サイトもつけないと。
ちょっとあんた聞いてんの？
I really like the moment this guy stops being a pussy and becomes a man. It's a pretty cool scene where we get to see this first weapon being built. It's quite badass.
外のドリルとかカイトが適当な袋に詰めておいてください。
何よあんた、平野のくせに私に命令するっての。
お願いします。
Okay, that shit was funny as hell. I completely forgot that moment happens.
職員室とは全く面倒なことを言ってくれる。
だって車のキーはみんなあそこなんだもん。
She is so f***ing cool. Even though towards the end there it sounded more like she was using a drill on a concrete road, the scene is still pretty cool as she finally decides to fight, and in such a gory way no less. Once again, a great end to the episode, and we're getting a good look at the human aspect and effect this would have on people. I can't help but think that if this anime had taken itself a little more seriously, it may have got another season.
モスクワとは通信が途絶。北京は全市が炎上中。ロンドンは治安が保たれているものの、パリ、ローマでは略奪が横行。戒厳令。
Hot damn, you hear that, guys? London managed to deal with the zombie crisis because we're badass. Thank you, anime. Take a win for your troubles.
下がってろ。
This whole scene is definitely win-worthy, with our main characters kicking some serious ass. I also love the sound of that nail gun. It's awesome. Adding a win here for this very tense and well-made scene. This cool ass scene is cool as f***. Watching each of them use their weapon of choice so effectively is great. There was also another decent use of CGI beforehand. It's a shame how they used it right at the start of episode 1, but since then it's been much better. These awesome moves. It's unrealistic, but still awesome nonetheless.
警察で東署で落ち合いましょう。
時間は
午後7時に。今日が無理なら明日のその時間で。
That was pretty great. I like things like that. And also that they made these guys smart enough to actually create a rock solid plan rather than just making them rash teenagers without 2 brain cells to rub together.
つまりまだ僕には分かってなかったわけだ。この世はもう終わってるってことが。
God damn, these guys know how to finish an episode in a good way. This is now the 3rd time on the trot. It's kind of like dark narration, these inner thoughts of how it's all gone to shit and how they're just trying to survive. Truth be told, this story really speaks to me and I find it incredibly entertaining. I'm a big fan of how they did the naming of these episodes and then showing it on the anime itself. I've seen it done before on a TV show and I like it a lot. It's clever. Adding a win here for this great sequence of the 2 riding through the empty and destroyed city. They did a fantastic job here of really setting the scene and portraying the environment they're now in.
5発しか撃てないのか。
たかし、これ。
I love how most women are portrayed in anime. I know sometimes you get the ditzy ones, but in general, anime seems to push the idea of strong women, and this scene shows that she's resourceful, and as we already know, she can kick some ass. It's pretty cool, actually.
ガソリンに引火するかもしれねえぞ。
女を盗まれるよりはマシだ。
This was a proper cool moment in the episode, giving this guy exactly what he deserved. One thing I remember really enjoying the first time around, and I'm noticing it again now, is how excellent the audio is in terms of gunshots. From the nail gun in episode 1 to this sniper rifle now, and in the next few episodes we hear it time and time again. A lot of effort obviously went into making the guns sound as realistic as possible.
もうそんな必要なんてない。普通なんて何の意味もない。だから俺は殺せる。
This is an awesome scene where the group manages to split apart from the weirdo teacher, and Hirono has a great moment of standing up for himself and proving what a brilliant shot he is with that epic nail gun. For the first time during this anime, I'm going to be adding 5 wins for this incredible action sequence, which is truly when High School of the Dead comes into its element. I can't help but watch in amazement as some of my favourite anime characters kick ass. Well done.
そしてそのことに何の疑問も覚えていなかった。たった1日で僕らはそこまで変化していた。
Adding yet another win here for yet another cracking end to an episode. I don't know why they didn't use more of their storytelling style during the episodes themselves, but I suppose just a little touch at the end of the episodes then means that the format stays fresh and varied, as obviously a lot happens during each episode to fuel the narration.
そんな悠長なことしてていい
思ったよりいい声だな。
So, let me guess. You guys have seen enough anime since to think that you know that this anime is going to get a lot of love from me in particular, huh? Well, guess what? You'd be wrong. Okay?
だって疲れちゃったんだもん。たった1日で何もかもおかしくなっちゃうし。お父さんと連絡も取れないし。久しも死んじゃうし。
I always thought it was pretty cool how they turned the scenario from being a very playful one, in which obviously due to them all being safe they're having a bit of a laugh, to one of spiralling sadness. It was a nice turnaround and definitely unexpected.
合うサイズのものがなくてな。洗濯が終わるまでごまかしているだけだが、はしたなさすぎたようだな。すまない。
いや、そんなことはないんですけど。
Yeah, that was definitely okay.
向こうの連中、俺たちのことを見捨てやがった。
戻れ！こっちに来ると潰されるぞ！
What a great finish to this episode, showing the continued spiral out of control of law and order to the point where the man issuing the orders shoots himself after having to live with the things he'd done on that bridge in just 48 hours. We also got a great bulldozer scene which was awesome as well.